Hey everyone, hola, what's up? It's Edgar, and today I got a little package in the mail. So yeah, from the title, you know that we will be reviewing the Lunar Beauty eyeshadow palette today, Life's a Drag, and I have not opened it, which takes a lot of will in me because when I get PR packages, I'm like, okay, maybe I'll let them stay a day or two max because I don't necessarily know what's in them, but for this, I actually paid. Wanted to do a little bit more of a dramatic look with this palette, and usually, regardless of whatever eyeshadows I have used, I typically get even a little bit of fallout, and I want just the overall product to be pretty good. I prefer to just go ahead and bang out the eyeshadow super quick, not worry about fallout if there is any. And that way I just clean it up and go ahead with the base and the end result is super duper clean. So that's why personally I do eyes before foundation. So just getting that out there. So I ordered this on a Sunday and it came this past Thursday, which was technically Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 3.5-ish, 4-ish days of shipping. And this was shipped to me from LA and I live here in Orange County. Okay, so this is just a solid black box. It doesn't say anything besides in the front where it just says Lunar Beauty and the shipping info. Now I'm gonna go ahead. Okay, so upon first glance, here we go. Inside, it is a pink with Lunar Beauty, lunarbeauty.com, and there is a postcard. Shea Coulee, Alyssa Ashley, Mannymua, and Pheromone. On the postcard, it says, Life's a Drag, bring out the queen in you with this beautiful mix of natural and bright colors that blend effortlessly. 14 pan color palette, cruelty-free. As well as the eyeshadows all be up, which I hope is not how any of my eyeshadows came. And then inside is the bubble wrapped, I'm assuming, only palette. So I'm going to go ahead and unwrap this. Inside, the wrapping paper has, I believe, I'm not even sure if you can see it, but it has a bee. I'm sorry if you guys can't really hear this. This is like ASMR. Some more bubble wrap. You can already see there's the holographic. And here it is, Lunar Beauty Life's a Drag color palette. And then on the back, Lunar Beauty, along with a little message from Mannymua, ingredient list, and then just kind of basic stuff, handles. First off, the packaging. Honestly, in person, it's a lot different than what it looks like online. It's actually really, really pretty, mirror finish. So yeah, the packaging is pretty good. I am a packaging person. I'm sorry if you guys are real people that are like, why do you care about the packaging? Like, blah, 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 blah. This was, I don't even know how much this was. This was, I believe, like $54. So yeah, just $54 for a palette in general. I don't care who it's coming from. The brand, it better be cute. This is cute, I love. I'm gonna go ahead and get all up in this. And before I even take the palette out, I'm just gonna go ahead and honestly say that I didn't purchase this on the launch date. Purchased it like the day or two after Sunday, which I think was the second day that it was out. And that is because, to be completely honest, the last palette that I think I bought was like the KKW palette. But before that, I wasn't really buying too many eyeshadow palettes because I just got sent so many. I have plenty to choose from. I just felt like this, it has a high chance of succeeding. So I spent my coins, ordered it, and now we're here. And here it is. So here in person now, the palette is a lot bigger than I really thought it was gonna be. So here is for example, for reference, a Lunar Beauty palette next to a Huda Beauty palette. You can see kind of just the mere like girth. This is a really girthy palette, and just from feeling it, it doesn't feel cheap in any way. It feels really nice. There's an embossing back here that says just Lunar Beauty Life's a Drag color palette, and in the front is the Mannymua eyes. Really gorgeous makeup. I believe this was done by Lipstick Nick. And then again, we have Life's a Drag right here in the silver embossing. Feel like on camera, the holographic shows up a little bit different, but in person, it's not like an intense, I felt like it was gonna be like a holographic like sticker, almost reflective, you know, crazy. But it's a soft hologram, which doesn't take away from the picture itself. And I think it just, like the colors pop in the right areas. But overall, aesthetically, again, I am about product, about aesthetics, about how it's gonna look. When I saw this online, I definitely didn't think it was gonna look this good in person. It really didn't give me an expensive feeling. It really didn't give me a feeling of like luxe. Just the overall, just, I don't know, like maybe it's the colorway, I don't know what it is. Now going into the eyeshadow palette itself. Okay, so inside we have a mirror. It says be a queen on there. I haven't even moved the little plastic butt inside. I don't know if you can see that. There is like eyeshadow dust or dirt or something. And then inside, can you wipe this? So it came off. It looked probably like it was black eyeshadow. And inside, here we are. There are 14 shades in total, 7 on top, 7 on the bottom, and it features the right side with neutrals, a black, a white, a cream, a little bit more of a dusty color, crimson, and then a burnt like brick color here, along with 2 shimmers. And then we come to the bright colors, a yellow, a purple, a like mint, a pastel lavender, and then a red and a shimmer. Oh, is there? No, I thought this was a shimmer blue. Okay, it's definitely not like a matte look. I really do like the selection. This is something kind of that I would put together myself because these look like super essentials, super soft to a more intense neutral eye with the shimmers that you could use inner corner all over, etc. And then pops of color or dramatic eyes and mix and match, you know? So I really do enjoy the color selection that is provided. Now the brush. The brush is a dual-sided white brush that says Lunar Beauty in a soft pink. It has like a more blender sort of vibe on this point, and then this one's a little bit more of a dense sort of packing on brush. Personally, I don't like when eyeshadow palettes come with brushes because the way I see it, if you're gonna have an eyeshadow palette this big, I personally would like more no brush, and then bring the pans more down a little bit and make them a tiny, like literally a fraction bigger and fill this whole thing up. That would be bomb. So just not for me. What I think I'm going for today is I want to do a dramatic cut crease moment sort of coming out, not close out, just like floating. And then on the bottom, I want to maybe extend something just so I could smoke out a lot of eyeshadows down here. So I'm going to go ahead and start by prepping my eyes. I'm going to take this ColourPop E2 brush and I'm going to take a little bit of the Campy shade and just kind of So I didn't grab that much. I'm gonna go ahead and like swirl like I usually do. Okay, so you can definitely see the yellow. Go ahead and apply some in here. Now the way that this is applying, it definitely feels like a formula that you can build up, but this is again just the first shade that I'm going into, so let's just see how everything else works. Try to get the yellow pretty even. As I need more, I just pick up little by little and build it up. I like to take my first shade or my transition shade that I'm using as high as I can, minus like the brow bone area, because I like to go in and highlight that at the very end. There we go. We have the Campy shade applied. Now I'm going to take a smaller brush. I'll be using the Morphe M514, and I think I'm going to go in with a little bit of the Kai Kai shade, which is like a neon pink. So I'm going to start right here and begin to put that in the shape of a cut crease. So far, this is blending in pretty good. Now, I don't really mind if the yellow and the pink mix, but I definitely do want a differentiation between the two shades. And then on the outside, just go ahead and drag that outwards. So wow, you can see how highly pigmented these shades are. All right, so now taking a clean brush, I'll be using, this is a Violet Vase, I don't know, just a fluffy brush. I want to softly, with a very, very light touch, just blend the edge of that pink out. Actually, I'm gonna go back in with the brush that I initially used and sort of swirl these colors together, because I feel like with this clean one, I wasn't really getting much of a blend, but with this one, you can clearly see the colors blending together, but still definitely blending out at the same time. Okay, so it looks like there's no harsh edges now, but the pink definitely did fade out a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply just a tad more, exactly where we just applied it, with a very light hand, and then it's basically just a light sweep kind of to resaturate everything. So next I want to go in with a flat brush. This is an M503 with Snatched, which is the red shade. Again, for the top part of the eyes, I want to stay on this side of the eyeshadow palette, and then I want to do neutrals with maybe a little pop of color in there for the lower lash line. I'm picking a little bit of this up and placing it, you guessed it, right up in the crease to deepen it up a little bit more. Going in. So far, all the colors, well, the two colors that I've used have blended out rather nicely. So we're gonna go ahead and see how this one plays. Okay, so there we go, the red all applied. But I feel like for any sort of cut crease, especially like colorful ones like this, you have to blend everything in. So it's super seamless, but these are requiring little to no effort. Now that I blended out that red, I'm actually going to take a little bit more of the pink and just pop it. And I also want to take a little bit more of the red on the same M503 brush and just, same as I've been doing, reapply a little bit more to get the saturation back of the red. Now, one final step, I want to take this flat brush. It just says flat shader brush. It's super tiny and skinny, and I'm taking a little bit of Pageant Queen, which is the purple, just on the edge of that. As I'm looking straight into my mirror, I'm going to go ahead and do right above where my eye folds. This part, you don't have to worry about accidentally getting some on the lid because we're going to be using concealer right now to give this shape. So that makes a huge, huge, huge difference to what we have going on. And as I've been doing, I'm very slightly, with very little pressure, holding it from just the edge to sort of wing it out onto the outer part of the eye. And with the brush that I used for the previous red, I'm going to go ahead and softly blend the edges of this out. And by the way, I'm using no additional product when I'm going back in and using the brush from the previous step. All right, now using a flat brush, I'm going to be taking the shady shade, which is a black. Just tap in once, and I'm looking straight up and right above again, exactly, and slightly tapering it off on the outside. I'll be taking a little bit of the concealer that I primed my lids with. This is the Kevyn Aucoin concealer in the lightest shade that they make. And I have really hooded eyes, which is why I really enjoy doing cut creases, because you really take control of the whole shading and lighting sort of situation with makeup. And I like to take a couple of minutes now that I just went in initially and really perfect and sharpen those edges out by just getting really close and making everything perfect. With the concealer that I still have, I'm going to go ahead and paint my entire eyelid. And I like to do this again with a flat brush like this and paint it in one even layer. You want to use minimal product on here because remember, you already did prep your eyes with this concealer to begin with, so we want to keep minimal product. And this method for me does not have any sort of creasing. The eyeshadow is what really seals the deal, and I'm going to be going in with the white eyeshadow in the palette, so we're going to be testing how well that locks product like this in place on the eyes. And I'm going to pack on this white eyeshadow called Cake Face. I'm just really loading on the white on here and starting to set that entire eyelid. See, I might have picked up a lot, or I'm not sure, but this is the first shadow to have any sort of fallout, but that's okay because the dark ones are usually the hard ones to wipe off. Okay, so now that I've gone ahead and applied the white, I'm pretty sure it's because I picked up a lot of it, but it had a little bit of fallout. The white honestly is not my fave. It's definitely white, but just the way it's setting my product, it makes my eye look crunchy and just like overall like super, super patchy. I'm gonna do the other eye and the rest of my face, and I will be right back to show you guys the bottom portion. Basically, I'm thinking I'm still gonna smoke this out this way. Neutrals, pop of color, and then rhinestones, and it should look bomb.com. So I'll be right back. I am back, super snatched, contoured, highlighted, everything under the sun, and I need to finish up this eye. So for the lower lash line, you guys can see already with a makeup wipe I took, I just cleaned it up. Make sure not to connect it so then it looks like eyeliner, or you could if that's the look you're going for. But I just wanted to make it look like a floating cut crease, and we will smoke everything out, yes, this way, but I do not ever want the bottom and the top part extensions to touch. I'm gonna go in with Sickening. So I'm gonna take that Sickening shade all the way starting here in the center and then just going outwards. And right here on the edge, you do want to follow right under that white. So just go ahead and pull that shade outwards. When you get out here, try to keep it a little bit thinner as well. Okay, now I'm gonna take a Morphe M562 and I'll be using the Trade shade. Take that shade all along the same part, but just a little bit closer to the lower lash line, not so smoky. I'm gonna switch back to the first brush, and that way I can follow along the outer part a little bit easier. The audio was probably just weird for a little bit. I just realized the microphone was off. We took the shade Sickening and Trade to smoke that out, and now I'm gonna take the Shady, which is the black, mixed with a little bit of Trade, so it's not super black right away. Following that same extension that we've been doing. Alright guys, so here is the final look. I know the transformation may seem extra crazy, but in the inner part I did not only a crystal like liquid liner, but I also put in some little rhinestones. I got these in LA, but I know you can get them on Amazon. These are a Swarovski crystal, so this brings the look together. So I basically used every single shade except the two shimmers and this Hunty one right here. Two shades. Cake Face, which is the white one, and then Kai Kai, which is the teal one. I felt like Kai Kai really wasn't as pigmented as I would have wanted it to be. It just wasn't pigmented. I couldn't get it to, I don't know, this degree, I guess. And then the white one as well, it wasn't setting my lid as well as I'd like it to. With Cake Face, even though I layered it on a little bit, I don't know, I just felt like maybe with this concealer it didn't work. It gave me a lot of sort of like texture and it just wasn't white enough for me. Aside from that, everything else was pretty much amazing. I think overall this palette is like a 9 out of 10 for me. -1 only because of those two shades. Overall, like the design concept, I really enjoyed. Again, I feel like in person and online it's very much so a different vibe. It felt a little Disney, a little like not really aesthetically complete or put together, but in your hands this definitely does feel like a luxe, totally worth $54. Everything else did work great, so I can definitely see myself continuing to use this for pops of colors literally every day because there's neutrals in here too. Would I recommend buying this? Of course. I received a ton of makeup, but regardless, I definitely felt that I got my money's worth here. Because of the formula and diverse color range in here, I can definitely see a lot of people using it, beginners and advanced users alike. For me, life is not a drag because I'm not a drag queen, but some might say that this is drag, but honestly I'll go out like this without a wig and it's just be normal makeup. But yes, definitely would recommend. Last but not least, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. Hit the little bell so you get notified when you get my new videos, and give me a big thumbs up if you guys enjoyed what you saw today. And also, most importantly, let me know in the comments down below, did you purchase this palette? Did you not? If you did, or if you didn't, why did you or did you not? Also, what did you think of this look? If you guys do try to recreate this, please tag me online on social media. I am at Edgar's Makeup on Snapchat, Instagram, literally everywhere on the internet. Edgar's Makeup. But that is everything from me to you guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I will see you on the next video. Bye bye.